On December 1st, 2024, I created this. A fantasy character based on a prompt that was generated for me by the website Who the F is My D&D Character. And I'm going to show you the creation of this through a time-lapse video while I talk about my process. Now, I think I talked about this in my last video, but the prompts are always about a one-sentence description of a character that you could use for whatever you want, mainly Dungeons & Dragons. But for this one, it was a happy fire genasi fighter from the coast who hasn't met a kind of meat they won't eat. Now, I could go into what a fire genasi is, I think I'm saying that right, because I honestly had no idea as I've never played Dungeons & Dragons myself. But that's a story for a different time. As for today, I would prefer to confabulate about my process, which always starts as rough sketching poses with pencil and paper that try to conform to what I think their personality might dictate. At this stage, I'm not really concerned with proper proportions or anything like that. It's more about capturing what I think the pose should be for their personality. Once I think I've kind of got that personality trait down, is when I will transfer it over to the digital media that I use to create this. So there's probably a better way to go about this, but once I'm happy with a sketch, I will take a picture and upload that to Procreate, and then once on Procreate and I have, the proper dimensions or whatever, then I will trace over that sketch, get rid of the sketch, and then from there is when I start working on the different proportions and more of the personality and attitude and the clothing and everything else and what have you, it's still a rough sketch, but not as rough as what it was before. Something that to me looks right just by the old eyeball test, I suppose. At any rate, once I have the refined rough sketch to where it kind of looks right to me through the eyeball test and kind of flipping the canvas horizontally, you can do vertically as well if that works for you, but for me, if I flip my canvas horizontally, and you'll see it in this time lapse a little bit here or there, I can really almost immediately see what parts of the sketches look wrong or don't look right to me, and then I know what I can work on from that angle to make it look better, to me at least. And then I can flip it back and forth to whatever side I want once I get it to where I want it to be. Now this one still isn't perfect proportion-wise, but it's not too far off, and it has personality, and I was happy with it. So I moved on to the next phase, which is basically the outline, followed by color to really bring this character to life, and then some light and shadow to make it pop and give it some depth, and to round everything out, just a few little details here or there when it comes to sparkles, shines, tatters, that kind of stuff. And that's basically it. Now I could keep rambling on and on about the smaller details, minutia, and my whole process, but I just wanted this to be more of a bare bones introduction to how I approach these things and step by step. If there's anything further that people want to know, they can always leave it in the comments down below and I can answer it there or in the next video. But until then, just want to say thanks for watching. I'm Benjamin Humphreys and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Good night.